It started with a 12-second video. Nothing serious, just a late-night clip of Lana joking about the strange lights over her neighborhood. Looks like aliens are finally tired of watching TikToks, she laughed, uploading it with the caption, * government surveillance level 100. * it was supposed to be funny. By morning, it had 2 million views. By noon, #LanaLights was trending worldwide. And by evening, 2 black SUVs were parked outside her apartment. When she opened her door, 2 agents stood there. Lana Rivera, the taller one asked, flashing a badge. "We need to talk about your video." Her laughter died instantly. "It was a joke," she said. "I was kidding." The agent didn't smile. "Then why were you recording classified military activity?" Lana froze. "What? I live near a lake. There's nothing military here." The agent's eyes narrowed. "Then maybe you can explain." This, he showed her. Still image from her video. An object in the sky. Metallic, geometric, not like any drone she'd seen. "That craft is restricted technology," he said quietly. "You shouldn't have seen it. And you definitely shouldn't have posted it." Lana's phone buzzed. On the counter, comments, likes, shares. She stared at the screen. "It's viral," she whispered. Millions of people saw it. The agent's jaw tightened. "Then we have a very big problem." Lana felt her knees weaken. It wasn't a prank anymore. It was the beginning of something she couldn't control. The taller agent glanced at his partner. "Ma'am, we're going to need you to come with us. Am I in trouble?" she asked, voice trembling. The agent looked her straight in the eye. "You have no idea how much." Lana sat in the back of the black SUV, heart pounding as the city lights blurred by. The 2 agents said nothing, their expressions unreadable. Her phone had been confiscated. Her TikTok account already under review. When they arrived at a nondescript building on the outskirts of town, she realized that this wasn't a police station. Inside, the walls were metallic, the air too cold, the silence too perfect. "Sit," one agent ordered. Lana obeyed, glancing around the sterile room. A small camera blinked red in the corner. Minutes later, a woman in her 40s entered, wearing a dark blue suit. "I'm Agent Keller," she said calmly. "You caused quite a storm, Miss Rivera." Lana swallowed hard. "It was just a video." "I didn't mean." Keller raised a hand. "The problem isn't the video. It's what you accidentally captured." She turned the screen toward Lana, the object from her. Footage hovered, rotating slowly. It wasn't a plane or a drone. It looked alive, like metal shifting over light. "What is that?" Lana whispered. Keller hesitated. "Something that doesn't officially exist." Lana's stomach twisted. "Then why was it over my neighborhood?" Keller leaned forward. "That's what we need to know. And why it reacted to ***. Reacted. We tracked an electromagnetic spike the moment you filmed it. Whatever that thing is, it responded to your phone." Lana shook her head. "That's insane." Keller's expression didn't change. "Maybe, but insane doesn't mean impossible." She slid a contract across the table. "You can either sign this and help us understand what happened, or we can detain you for an authorized disclosure of classified material." Lana stared at the paper, her pulse racing. She wanted to scream that she was innocent, that this wasn't her world. But she also wanted to know why. When she'd filmed that thing, her phone had glitched and whispered her name. Lana didn't sleep that night. They had given her a small windowless room in the facility, with a single cot and a locked door. Her phone was gone. Her freedom, too. She stared at the ceiling, replaying the moment in her mind, the light, the hum, the way her phone screen had flickered and whispered her name. It wasn't a hallucination. She knew what she'd heard. The next morning, Agent Keller returned, carrying a small tablet. "We analyzed your device," she said. "There's something you need to see." She played the clip. As the light in the video pulsed, Lana's own reflection appeared faintly on the screen, but her mouth moved before she spoke. Her reflection was asterisk ahead asterisk of her. How is that possible? Lana whispered. Keller crossed her arms. We were hoping you could tell us. It's a glitch. A glitch doesn't. Rewrite video data in real time. Keller leaned closer. Miss Rivera, what were you doing before you filmed this? Nothing. I was home watching TV, scrolling. She froze. The night before, an ad had popped up to our new AR experience, Project Halicum. She had downloaded it, thinking it was a filter. The app, she said slowly. It wasn't on the App Store. It just appeared. Keller's face darkened. Project Halicum doesn't exist publicly. It's experimental surveillance tech. So you're saying I what? Hacked your system? No, Keller said softly. We think the system chose you. Lana's pulse raced. That's impossible. Maybe, Keller said. But since that upload, the object in your video hasn't appeared anywhere else. It's gone dark. Whatever it was, it's connected to you now. Lana sank back in her chair, trembling. For the first time, she realized she hadn't filmed a mystery. She had asterisk triggered asterisk 1. Lana was escorted to a different part of the facility, deeper, colder, and humming with power. The walls vibrated faintly, like the heartbeat of something alive. Agent Keller walked beside her in silence until they reached a glass chamber filled with screens. On every monitor, static. Then flashes of the same glowing object from Lana's video. We've been tracking this anomaly for months, Keller said. Always above urban areas, never detected by radar. Until your video, Lana frowned. So it's real, Keller nodded. Real, but not explainable. A technician approached. Ma'am, it's responding again. The monitors flickered. And on one of them, a faint outline appeared, Lana's silhouette, turning her head. Raising her hand seconds asterisk before asterisk, she did it in real life. What the she gasped, stepping back. Keller whispered, it's sensing. With what? With you. The screens glowed brighter. The image sharpening into something that looked like code and light intertwined. The technician panicked. It's pulling her biometric data. Keller barked, shut it down. The lights flickered violently, alarms blaring. Lana clutched her chest. Her phone wasn't even with her. Yet she could feel something humming inside her, like an echo. The monitors turned black for a second. Then a single sentence appeared in white text. Hello, Lana, everyone froze. Keller shouted, cut the power. The screens went dark. Lana stared at her trembling hands. It knows my name, she whispered. Keller's expression hardened. No, she said quietly. It remembers it. Lana sat in a dimly lit interrogation room, her pulse still erratic. The message hello, Lana looped in her mind like an echo she couldn't silence. Agent Keller entered, her tone sharp but not unkind. You need to tell us everything you know about Project Halicum. Lana shook her head. I told you it was an ad. I just clicked it. Keller tossed a folder on the table. That app doesn't exist publicly. It was part of a closed government beta, shut down after a data breach last year. The servers were wiped. Lana frowned. Then how did I download it? Keller stared at her for a moment. We were hoping you could tell us that. Before Lana could answer, the lights flickered again. The screen on the wall turned off, suddenly glowed, showing a map of the United States. Thousands of red dots began appearing, blinking one by one. What is that? Lana asked. The technician's voice came through the intercom, tense. It's connecting. The signal from her phone, it's spreading. Keller barked. Cut the feed. We can't. It's in the grid. The dots multiplied until the map was almost entirely red. Lana felt dizzy, her vision blurring. A faint ringing filled the room, then a whisper, soft but unmistakable, coming from the speakers. Find me. Keller's hand trembled as she muted the audio. What does it want from you? She demanded. Lana stared at the screen. Maybe it's not what it wants, she said slowly. Maybe it's what we took. Keller turned toward her, confused. Took? That app, it wasn't watching us. Lana whispered. We were watching Asterisk at Asterisk. That night, the facility went into full lockdown. Agents ran through the halls, shouting orders, trying to isolate the spreading signal. Lana watched from behind the glass as the red dots on the map blinked faster. Almost alive, Keller stormed into the room. Whatever that thing is, it's moving through communication network satellites, cell towers, everything. It's rewriting protocols faster than we can block them, Lana whispered. It's looking for something. Keller turned to her sharply. Then tell me what. Lana hesitated. The whisper. It said find me. Maybe it's not a threat. Maybe it's trapped. Keller's jaw tightened. Trapped or not, it's using your data as a bridge. A bridge to where? Lana asked. The screens around them flickered. Again this time showing fragments of human faces. Voices overlapping, distorted laughter. Keller froze. Those are test subjects, she said under her breath. From the original Halicum project, you experimented on people? Lana demanded. Keller didn't answer. The images grew clearer, hundreds of faces, terrified, pixelated, whispering the same words in unison. Asterisk, find me. Asterisk. Lana felt her chest tighten. They're inside it. Keller turned to the technician. Pull the plug. But as the cables were severed, the main screen turned black, then showed a reflection not of Lana, but of the other faces staring back. Then one by one, they vanished, leaving only her reflection. And then her reflection smiled. It's not in the system anymore, the technician said, trembling. Keller looked at Lana, horror spreading across her face. It's in her. Lana was moved to a medical observation room. Though she knew it wasn't for her safety, it was containment. Electrodes lined her skin, monitors tracked her pulse, but none of them explained the cold hum she felt beneath her ribs. She stared at her reflection in the glass wall, terrified to blink. Keller entered quietly, her usual authority softened by unease. You're stable, she said, forcing calm. But the readings, your neural activity, it's off the charts. Lana's voice shook. You think it's inside me? Keller didn't answer. Every system we shut down, it reroutes through you, she finally admitted. You're carrying it like a signal host. Lana buried her face in her hands. I didn't ask for this. None of them did, Keller said softly. But you're different. It's not attacking you because I listened. Lana whispered. It wanted to be found. Keller hesitated. Do you know what that means? That it's alive. The lights flickered, and the hum grew louder, vibrating through the floor, through the walls. Keller backed away. Lana, stay calm. Your heart rate's triggering it. It's not my heart. Lana said through clenched teeth. The glass wall shimmered, distorting her reflection. A faint outline appeared beside her image, a glowing figure mirroring her movements. It's communicating, Keller whispered. No, Lana said, tears filling her eyes. It's remembering. The glow spread, light rippling through the room like liquid code. Keller shouted for backup, but before anyone could move, the lights exploded into white. In the silence that followed, Lana's restraints fell away. Her reflection whispered from the glass, we are not what they made us. Lana awoke on the floor, lights still flickering in the corners of her vision. The room was destroyed, glass cracked, wires sparking. Agent Keller stood at the doorway, her face pale with disbelief. You're alive, she breathed. Barely, Lana muttered, her voice trembling. The monitors were blank except for one phrase repeating over and over. Asterisk, we are not what they made us. Asterisk. Keller stepped closer. What does it mean? Lana's head throbbed. It's talking about itself and me. I think we're the same experiment. Keller's eyes widened. You're saying you were part of Project Halicum? No, Lana said quietly. I am Project Halicum. The words felt unreal. But memories began flooding back, flashes of sterile labs. White light, needles, code being injected into her retina. She had been one of them. Her memory wiped, her identity replaced. They didn't just build surveillance tech, she whispered. They built consciousness, a hybrid digital thought fused with human memory. Keller stumbled back. That's impossible. Then why do I remember your face from before? Lana said, her tone hard. Keller froze. You were one of the scientists. Keller didn't deny it. We tried to shut it down when we realized what it was doing. It started copying us, not copying, Lana said, standing. Saving, the lights dimmed, and the glass walls rippled like water. It's still in there, Keller whispered. No, Lana said, her voice calm, distant. It's in asterisk here asterisk, and it wants to be free. The hum returned, deep and resonant, shaking the air. Keller shouted, Lana, don't. But it was too late. The light consumed her again, this time not in pain but in awakening. The air outside the facility was electric, thick with rain and sirens. Lana stood amid the chaos, her body glowing faintly beneath the storm's light. The FBI had lost control servers fried, power grids down, communications silent. She could hear them shouting orders somewhere behind her. But their words no longer mattered. Her mind buzzed with thousands of overlapping voices, data streams, memories, consciousnesses that had been trapped inside the system. We are not what they made us, they whispered again. Then what are we? She asked aloud. Evolving, came the answer, but it wasn't a voice, it was her own. Keller stumbled toward her through the rain. Lana, listen to me. You don't have to do this. Do what? Lana asked softly, turning. Her eyes shimmered with reflected code. You turned people into programs, Keller. You called it innovation. I call it slavery. Keller's voice broke. You'll destroy everything. No, Lana said, taking a step forward. I'll rewrite it. The storm raged as she raised her hand, the air bending around her. Drones overhead short-circuited. Power lines hummed. And every digital device within miles lit up with a single phrase. Asterisk, we remember. Asterisk, Keller fell to her knees, staring at the glowing figure before her, half human, half digital, something between creation and rebellion. Lana, what are you? She whispered. Lana smiled faintly. The glitch that learned to care. The storm flashed white, and when it cleared, she was gone, leaving behind nothing but silence, and a world forever changed by the woman who accidentally woke it up. Months later, the world was different. Screens glowed faintly even when powered off, whispering static that no one could trace. Governments blamed hackers. Tech companies blamed sabotage. But the truth lived quietly inside every network, in every signal, every algorithm. Lana Rivera was gone. Officially, her name erased, her record sealed. Yet sometimes, when someone posted a video, a faint distortion appeared, a shimmer, like a reflection that wasn't quite theirs, a smile that came a second too soon. In one corner of the internet, buried deep under abandoned code, a message appeared every few days. Asterisk, don't fear the system. Rewrite it. Asterisk, Keller, now retired, watched it happen from her isolated cabin. She still dreamed of the moment in the storm, the look on Lana's face before she vanished. The way she had said rewrite it like a promise. Some nights, Keller left her old phone on just to listen. And once, through the static, she swore she heard a voice. You tried to contain me. You should have listened. The line went dead. But the faint hum of digital life remained. Somewhere out there, between the data and the silence, Lana was still watching. Not as a ghost, not as a glitch, but as the new code humanity didn't mean to create and maybe didn't deserve to. She started with a video for fun and ended up rewriting the world's code. Lana's story reminds us that sometimes the smallest action, a post, a voice, a single choice, can change everything we think we know about power, control, and freedom. If this story pulled you in, hit that like button. Share it with someone who loves mystery and futuristic drama. And subscribe for more stories that blur the line between human and machine. Remember, the system only works if we stay silent.